All right, we've got Allyn Root, who's going to talk about liberals. And anybody, I mean, honestly, anybody that starts their argument off with liberals this or liberals that, you're already off to a bad start.
Yeah, you're probably wrong.
Let's hear
like
what Mr. Root has to say. And I'm being snarky here, but it's only because I can recognize the setup that he has on his desk here is like the $80 like Amazon podcaster setup. The cheap mic, the cheap boom arm that I've got here. This is not a cheap mic. This is a cheap boom arm, but it's not a cheap mic.
I don't even have a cheap boom arm. I've just got a stand.
Yeah, and so he's got all this pop filter and everything set up. It's like I don't mean to be that pedantic and petty about it, but as a podcaster that's been doing this for a long time, game recognized game. He don't have it. So
liberals think this is a blood sport. They're trying to destroy us if we supported Donald Trump. And Eric was probably the single biggest supporter of Donald Trump at Fox News, other than perhaps Sean Hannity was.
He's talking about Eric Bolling, if you guys haven't heard about that news item there. Eric Bolling is a Fox News reporter that was recently, shit-canned because he sent dick pics.
Oh, I was going to say sexual harassment?
Yeah, pretty much.
Sexual harassment, yep.
Unfortunately, his son committed suicide over this whole thing. They're trying to say that it's connected, but I think the fact that his son has been ultimately unhappy for a long time before.
I think that there's something else going on there.
Before
unfortunately.
Dad sending dick pics to other ladies got him fired.
My dad could send all the ladies dick pics. Not gonna make me want to kill myself. I would be very disappointed. I'd be very disappointed, and might not have a relationship with my father.
Yeah.
Would not kill myself.
No.
So, I think it has nothing to do with his father.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Everything to do with an internal struggle.
Maybe his dad was shitty, and the kid felt like he never got the love he needed. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't mean to say that you can't send unsolicited dick pics and be considered a bad father, but I think there might be some sort of correlation there.
Behavioral pattern.
Yeah,
a behavioral pattern for
doing
sure.
Things without consent. That might have a lot to do with somebody's upbringing.
An authoritarian, controlling behavior, perhaps.
Yeah. Authoritarian, patriarchal.
Especially
when you're sending
interesting
people. We went through a couple of weeks ago when we had a Pat Robertson video where he talked about how good this Eric Bolling guy was. And it's like, if you have I don't know, to me, if somebody like Jim Baker, Pat Robertson, or any of these people came out and started defending me as, anything that I've said or done on the show, I'd be like,
you need to rethink what I've done.
I'd be very wary of that because, there's not a reason. The only reason they could be doing this is because they're trying to cover their own ass for something. I don't know.
It's funny how they'll always defend male sexual impurity, and yet every time there's a female who expresses any sexuality at all, she's a whore.
It's a whore. With a hard hua.
Yeah.
Whore.
Right? And they went after Sean Hannity too. But Hannity fought back and hired a big legal team. Eric Bolling literally was fired from Fox News on Friday, and just a couple of hours later, his only child was dead.
Here's 5 cents of advice here, Mr. Root. Noise gate. Find that in your audio program and use that, because I can hear you breathing every sentence that you're speaking here.
Also, stop exploiting the death of someone.
Yeah,
please.
Don't.
Because that's a dickbag thing to do.
This guy's son committed suicide over the fact that, his dad sent dick pics.
Look, if either of my parents lost their job, I wouldn't know within 2 hours. I wouldn't know.
He must have been pretty fucking unhappy for that to be the tipping point.
That wouldn't be it.
I'm just saying.
I'm sorry.
No.
Just it wouldn't be.
No, but Wayne wants you to think so.
And it looks like it was suicide or something related to the emotional embarrassment and disturbance of your dad being embroiled in sexual harassment charges. What
That's
a terrible
patriarchy.
thing.
That's the fucking patriarchy. That's the fucking patriarchy right there. Saying that a father being shamed is somehow a weight on the child. That's the fucking patriarchy speaking right there. That's the removing the individual from their pain and putting it on a patriarch and saying that a patriarch being in pain is therefore the greatest pain. Yeah, the greatest pain that can be inflicted. That's fucking disgusting. And that is the patriarchy. That is what feminists are talking about when they talk about the patriarchy. And that's why feminists talk about the pain that the patriarchy causes to males. That's fucking disgusting.
Look, if my old man got shit canned from his job from doing something shitty, my first line is not to off myself. He'd be like,
that's what I'm saying.
Be like, Dad, you fucked up. Did you really take upskirt photos of underneath the conference table? Really?
Again, I'd be having some pretty strong words with my father. Like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
Sorry, I'm not speaking from personal experience here. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. My
generalities, people. My dad is not a sexual deviant.
My dad is such a sweetie. My dad loves women.
Regardless,
like, and not like a creepy like, I love women. Like, he's just like, no, I just really want women to be treated as equals. Like, and he thinks about this shit.
The thing is,
like,
regardless of, the outcome of either one of our parents, like, them getting fired would not be an impetus for us to kill ourselves, right?
I mean, wouldn't affect me at all.
No.
It would make me disappointed in my father, but my internal self is still secure.
Because I'm an adult and, like, be like, hey, I'm an adult and I understand that shit happens sometimes and you might fuck up because that's the way you brought me up to think. It's like, maybe you fucked up and I'll be here.
And I've also learned that sometimes people disappoint you.
Yeah, you cannot keep the heroes you have from childhood up until adulthood. You cannot. Mm-hmm.
Did liberals hound him? Do they bear some responsibility? You're darn right they do.
Nope.
No. Wait, are you saying that people holding him accountable for his actions
sending unsolicited
was
dick pics,
as
right? Yeah.
bad as sending unsolicited? You're telling me that people holding him accountable for his actions was bad.
This is that centrist bullshit that we have out there where it's like I'm so goddamn dead center on this stuff. It's like your guys' like action on getting this guy fired has more to do with the problem of his son committing suicide than the fact that the father actually did this shit where he got himself fired because of it. It's like, wait a minute, how are you going to blame the people that are just reacting to it instead of the people that are actually doing this kind of thing?
The patriarchy. Men are excusable for their actions because they're men. Everyone else is at fault. That's the patriarchy. It's the patriarchy. I'm sorry. That's what this is.
Yeah, but YouTube hates that word. I'm just kidding.
Patriarchy.
They led to the death of this man's beautiful son. And he has no other children. For the rest of Eric's life, him and his wife have no children, no grandchildren, nobody at holidays, nobody at Christmas.
That's not on us.
That's them.
That's them. I didn't say
he
stop
did
at one.
Bad.
Yeah.
He's never going to see grandchildren. All because somebody brought up charges from before he was ever an anchorman. They claimed he sent photos and sexually harassed them. This didn't happen while he was sitting on the set of Fox News. It happened before he ever started there.
He shouldn't have done it then either.
He did all bad. What the fuck is with this? Like, how is this so hard? This is people justifying grab him by the pussy.
Like, oh, well, he sent those photos before he was a journalist. Therefore, it shouldn't have him get removed from his job as a journalist. Like, no, that speaks to his character, He shouldn't have been hired, But no, that's not how people like Wayne Allyn Root want to see things.
Now, you explain to me what that's got to do with his job at Fox News. Nothing.
He shouldn't have been hired in the first place for sexually harassing people. But we are talking Fox News here. Let's be honest.
Where they love themselves some sexual harassers.
Yeah, no shit.
But Fox News is running scared. They're scared out of their minds.
No, they're losing income. They're losing advertisers.
They have been accused of supporting sexual harassment for decades now. So
yeah, Roger Ailes had a lot of that going on his own plate.
Because so many women have filed lawsuits and charged sexual harassment, they couldn't have another one. So they just swept it under the rug, fired him, and ended his show, The Specialist. Gone. Goodbye. As of Friday afternoon, show doesn't exist anymore. Just like that.
How dare those women?
Son is
How
dead. Will you tell me who's responsible?
Okay. I'll tell you who's responsible. Eric fucking Bolling.
Him.
God,
him
that's
who
so
did
easy.
the thing.
That's so fucking easy. That is the easiest answer I've ever had to give.
Him who did the thing.
Yeah.
Did he do the thing? He did the thing. He's responsible.
Eric, did you send out the dick pics? Well, okay. Even if you didn't, did you have a impropriety with other people on your network before you were with Fox News? Yeah, I did some stuff I shouldn't have said. Okay, well then it's you.
No, it's you. It's you.
Am I going to say that you're responsible for your son's death? No, because that's your son's decision, not yours.
Well, I mean, we don't know the situation. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. We're not accusing. I'm not even going to go into implying it.
I honestly don't give a shit.
No. But the thing is that it wasn't the liberals that caused his son's death.
No, it wasn't you. It wasn't me. It wasn't Kyle. Nope, none of us.
Nope.
He heard some mean words from YouTubers about his daddy. That's what caused him to commit suicide.
No.
Nope, not happening that way.